Hey everybody, Coach Adam here with another weekly video update. For those of you who missed the first one, I just want to let you know that I do these every week just to kind of make your life easier, and it kind of helps me too. If you're like me, you get a ton of emails every week and it's kind of hard to get through everything, and I know those weekly emails from Coach Hoger can get overwhelming, but this hopefully makes your life a little bit easier, and if you're on the go, you can kind of just throw this on here and listen to it. But again, make sure you're still checking those emails, because a lot of times there's links and stuff in there that I obviously can't put in a video. So check those out. A lot of details on the emails, along with links and other information that you'll wanna access. So, but first off, I want to start off by thanking all of those moms who went out to our Mom's Night Out. It sounds like it was a good time, and we have many more events like that coming up. So be on the lookout for those. It's just another way that Fox Valley strives to cultivate that family-like culture within our team. Just makes us more than just another club. I also want to give a huge shout out to Coach Hoger, Coach Parton, and Coach Chidley. If you don't know, those guys are three of their board members for Fox Valley, and they spend so much time and energy behind the scenes, especially in the beginning of the season. And there's no way we could do this stuff without them. So if you see them this week at practice, be sure to give them a pat on the back and say thank you, because it is Thanksgiving. And in the spirit of Thanksgiving, I also want to take time to thank each and every one of you. It means a lot to me to have you guys all part of the Fox Valley family, and I feel so blessed to be a part of something so special that's so much bigger than any one individual on our team. So thank you for being part of that, and I'm just so glad you guys are along for the ride. But with that said, and with Thanksgiving in mind, it is a crazy week for Thanksgiving. Sunday was the deadline for the Go Earn It gear shop. So if you didn't happen to get a singlet and you're planning on competing, don't worry. We have some extras from years past that are available. Also, speaking of gear, on Sunday, today, maybe Monday when you get this, we have the TCP gear shop that opens up. There's a ton of things. I think there's over 60 items you can choose from there, and so there's a lot of good inventory, as well as it's a quick turnaround time, so check that out. That's all on our website. And then finally, Sunday was also the deadline to register for the Batavia practice meet, which is coming up next Sunday. Those, for future reference, all the registrations for tournaments are usually due by Sundays, and they're done online. Most of them can be accessed through our website, so just check the website out. But just keep in mind, Sundays are tournaments, and Sundays are also when the registration for the next week is due. Monday, we have no practice on the 21st, Monday, due to parent-teacher conferences. Tuesday on the 22nd, we're going to have a normal practice schedule. The only difference is we are going to weigh in at the end of practice for those of you who are participating in the Batavia practice meet. And then Wednesday, no practice. Instead of practice, we're going to do another one of our team events. We're going to all go to North Central College, and we're going to get to watch North Central College, both the men's and women's team, who are studs, by the way. They're like top ranked in the nation. They're going to go and compete at North Central College. It's in Murner Fieldhouse. There's more specifics on the email that Coach Hoger sent out, but it starts at 6. We usually show up at 5 because Coach Adam used to coach there, so they treat our kids really, really well, and we get to do a bunch of cool stuff before. So be there by 5. If you have to leave early, fine, but it's definitely a good time, and just another way we can get the whole crew together and have some fun together. Thursday, we are off, obviously, because it's Thanksgiving. But then Friday, since we only really had one day of practice that week, we're going to have groups 2 and 3, well, 2, 3, and 4. There's a practice on Friday morning from 10:15 to 11:45. So anyone who's in that little group with me, the youngsters, you guys have Friday off. But anyone who's competing on Saturday or Sunday specifically at Batavia, you're going to want to show up on Friday. And then Saturday's obviously off, but Sunday's the Batavia practice meet. And then also the deadline to register for the Neuqua Valley tournament. So I want to take a minute just to talk about the Batavia practice meet and some more specifics to that. If this is your first meet, buckle up. It's going to be crazy. It doesn't run exactly like most of the tournaments we go to this year, but it's definitely a good introduction. Some specifics you'll need to know: tots, bantams, and intermediates. Those age groups are going to start at 9 o'clock and they're going to go to 11:30. That's an estimate. And then novice and senior, you can plan on going somewhere between 11:30 start time and 2 o'clock end time. But you always want to make sure you arrive at least an hour to 45 minutes early of your start time so that you can check in with the coaches. And then also we warm up as a team together. And then another piece of advice: when you walk in, look for a Fox Valley Wrestling Club banner. We like to have the whole team sit together if possible. Sometimes there's multiple gyms, so that's not always a possibility, but look for our banner. A lot of us will be there. That's where we're going to sit. Also, wrestling shoes and headgear, those are required. But if you don't happen to have a singlet yet, that's okay. You can use shorts and a t-shirt, but we're planning on bringing some extras as well. So hopefully we have one in your size that you can borrow for the day and then just give us back. But if not, you'll be fine in just shorts and a t-shirt. Some general tips, just big picture, for competition days. First and foremost, for those kiddos who have never competed in wrestling, I would highly suggest going on YouTube and just searching up wrestling rules, and watch that with your kiddo so that they can learn like starting positions, and they can learn point systems, and they can learn all the different specific rules of things you can and can't do, like locking your hands on top. That's always one. Another piece of advice: pack your mom bag, snacks, drinks, anything you need to survive for that first few hours of the day with your kiddo. Pack that. Make sure you cut your fingernails, kiddos. They have to have their fingernails cut. And then also, this isn't such a big deal for Batavia, but when we start rolling into the actual IKWF tournaments, they need to have their laces taped. A lot of times they just use athletic tape and they tape around their laces so they don't come untied. Some shoes these days have like Velcro that will cover it, and that works. But if not, you definitely have to tape your laces. But some big picture things that I want you to keep in mind. It's going to get a little crazy out there. Emotions are going to be running high, especially for parents and kids. So please, please, please keep a few things in mind. Number one, always represent the positive and supportive culture of Fox Valley. We have a great reputation around the state, and we are going to keep it that way. Number two, let the coaches and the refs do their jobs. Coaches, we will handle anything wrestling related. And then the refs, I mean, they're not going to be perfect. They're going to make mistakes, but just assume positive intentions. We are not yelling at any refs, either as coaches or as parents. That's just not how we do things here at Fox Valley. Just stay positive, stay supportive, and if you're going to yell from the stands, make it good things that you're yelling. You're obviously going to talk with your kiddo afterwards. I just want you to keep winning in perspective. That's the big thing. This is a whole process. There's a lot of personal growth that we're focusing on as coaches. For parents, be that parent that your kid wants to come to after a tournament or after a competition, win or lose. Right after a match, their emotions are going to be high. So I've said this in our first video. I'm just going to say it again. Keep this phrase in mind. I love watching you wrestle. That's it. That's all you need to say. Give them a big hug. Give them some love. Win or lose, let them know that you love watching them wrestle. Don't talk about technique. Don't talk about things they could have done better. That is our job as coaches. And please, 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 don't do the dreaded drive home talking about wrestling. Talk about something else. It's a Sunday. Throw on a football game on your phone. Talk about the football game, whatever, but you don't need to talk about wrestling on the drive home. That's a scary thought for kids. Outside of that, I want to look forward to our actual tournament on December 4th, which is coming up. It's right around the corner. There's a lot of stuff going on to make sure that thing runs smoothly. It is the first official IKWF tournament of the season. Last year we had 850 kids. This year we're up to 1,300. So it's a big tournament, and we run a great tournament. We set the bar high for all the other tournaments throughout the year. So with that in mind, we need your help. It's going to be all hands on deck on Sunday. Saturday night, all the coaches, the 30-some coaches, will get together and we'll set up the tournament. But on Sunday, we will need you there. So we're going to send out a volunteer schedule, and we strategically put that in put you in a time spot where you'll still get to watch your son or daughter wrestle. So please just be there, and if you can't be there on Sunday, let us know well in advance. We also ask that each family donates some drinks for the concession stand, and we'll send all that stuff out, the volunteer schedule, and then also like the drink donations for each family. We'll send all that out, but just please, big picture, mark your calendar for the Sunday, December 4th. We're going to need you there. Oh, and if you haven't already, register your kiddo for that tournament. We will have rookie divisions, so it is available for all of our kiddos. It is appropriate for all of our kiddos, and it's just a good way, like the Batavia practice meet, for our kids to get their feet wet. But I think that's it for now. Oh, one other thing, the Dells. That is a family favorite. Please check out the email. There's a link right on there. You gotta save your reserve your room for that. That is an awesome time. So please, please, please make sure you sign up for that and you book your room as soon as possible. But I do think that's it for now. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. Again, thank you for those who came to the Mom's Night Out. Thank you to Coach Hoger, Coach Chidley, and Coach Parton. And then all of you. Really appreciate you being part of this special family-like atmosphere. So, as always, thank you. And here's to the family.